We are learning Cucumber now, and last time we were talking about test data, but this was not completed. So we'll do these things today. And we were facing issue related to handling page factory, you know, in different classes, right? Especially when you are using hooks. So the solution to that is um, don't use @find by an element thing, right? If you want to utilize it, then you have to write up the framework in a particular way. So what we can do is we can follow this structure where we will say that, okay, we have home page. In the home page, what we will do is whenever somebody will create a home page object, the driver will be passed to this class. It's very simple. Whenever somebody will create home page object is equals to new home page, they will pass the driver instance. And in that way, we will have the driver instance in this class automatically, right? Now, to define the element, we will be using by elements, right? Instead of initializing it, you can store the element in by objects. It's very simple. By. So when you write driver dot find element in the bracket, you pass by elements basically. So you can say by title. Okay, what is that? By whatever username, password. We'll do that things. Remember what are the things you have to do. Then all the functions related to that is same. If you remember clicking on it and all will be same. Only thing is you will be writing driver dot find element and that by object, and then you can do it. So this is the thing for pages. This is pages. Fine. But then what will be step def? What are the things you have to do in the step definition? In the step definition, you have to create all the page objects which is required in any of the step. It's very simple. If you want to work with the home page, obviously you need home page object. If you want to work with the login page, you need login page object. So in that way, you need a lot of things, correct? You need a lot of things. So you have to create objects. That's it. And pass the static instance. This is static instance, means this driver is already created. This driver is already created in the hooks. If you see here, we will be passing driver init dot driver, which is actually in the hook. It's already created, this one. So we'll pass this. We'll pass all the time this one, which is already created Chrome driver. Fine. We'll do in this way. Okay. What is the other thing we have to keep in mind? I don't think anything else. Just this thing that page objects will be here. Now you do whatever you want to do. You just have to call the function. This looks better. This looks a better approach of handling the framework and simple also. And simple as well. Let's do the things in this way. I will basically delete everything here. I will close it. Save. No, don't save if anything is open. Let's do it. Our objective was very simple. If you remember, we are calling this as home page. When you click on the login, this is the login page. And when there is a successful login, we call it as desk page. Correct? So now let's write the code in that way. Okay, so let's do that. Where is our framework? Cucumber Selenium automation. This one. So one by one we'll do. Where are pages? this is. So this is the important thing. Okay, going to the home page. So this is fine. We wanted to do this thing. This is not required. Delete. So what we are saying, instead of doing @find by, you just say here by element. So by login link. Then delete this thing. Remember the link text part. So Control X, I will say, is equals to by dot link text, this one, done. So you're storing the element, right? So whenever it is required, we will use it. It's like this. Again, link text. So same thing. Let me copy this actually, and we'll put it. This is basically explore button, and we'll use the link text explore. Let's delete this. Then there are functions which you will perform on this. So navigate to login page will be driver dot find element and by element. So this is by. Directly you can put here that login link dot click. Clicking on the explore part. So that will be this. And this will be the explore button dot click. Navigate to the specific URL. That is fine. Whatever URL you will pass, that URL will be changed. That's fine. You can keep this thing anywhere. This is it's not related to home page. It's related to anywhere you can put this function, right? So what is that? Whatever URL you pass, it will navigate to that URL. Done. So it's very simple. Home page is looking very simple. Why? Because you have very less things to do on the home page. You can click on the explore, or you can click on the login, or you can click on the contact, blog, product, and all, right? But as of now, we are putting just clicking on the login link and clicking on the explore button. That too, when user will call it, then that will happen. Otherwise, it will not happen. Login page. So let's have this login page. I said this is not required. Now this is by ID. So we'll say by email text box is equals to driver dot find element by dot, oh my bad, not driver dot find element, simply by dot ID. Which ID? This one. By dot ID. Done. This is not required now. Same with the password part. So let me copy this. And this is password text box. And this is through login password. You will identify that, delete it. Then it is login button. So we'll say by login button is equals to by dot CSS selector, and the CSS selector is this. So let's copy this and we'll put it here. Yes, colon, these things is not required. Then what we want to do? Then we have error message. So you can again write one more by object, which is by error message is equals to by dot again CSS selector, and my CSS selector is this. Copying this one, semicolon, delete it. Now the next one is, what is the next one? This one, contact link by XPath. So we'll say by contact link is equals to by dot XPath. Which one? This one. So let's cut it. put it here. Okay. And semicolon. Home. Delete this. Done. Now, what are the functions you want to do with this? It's same. It will be same. Only thing is how you will write it. So it's like uh, email text box. You want to send emails, right? So basically, instead of this, it will be driver dot find element, then this email text box, because by element you already have. Then this send keys will be same. So send keys will come. Let me delete this. Done. Now this particular function is specify password, right? It's same. So basically it will be this password text box dot send keys and this password. Done. Then click on login button. So basically, where is your login button? This one. So you will be writing driver dot find element by login button dot click. So we'll say driver dot find element. Which element? Login button dot click. Done. Get error message. So this will return the error message. Great. So what you can write here instead of this, you can say driver dot find element this error message, right? This error message dot get text will be same. So dot get text. Done. This will not be required. Then get page title is same. Is contact link present? So instead of this, it will be simply driver dot find element. Which one? Contact. Oh, it's already came here. Dot is displayed. Done. It will return true or false. So only difference is you are writing driver dot find element, and that element is stored here as a by element. So that's fine. Done. These we have to do for all the pages. So this we did for login page. Now we will do for the desk page. So in the desk page, let's delete this and get current page URL. That is the only function. You can do other things also in the desk page. Let's do it so that you will understand what I'm saying. So let's assume I am putting the correct user ID and password. Hopefully this is correct. Yes, successful. So in this page, I want to write if this close is available, then close it. Now the real life project challenges are coming. So I want to write a code. If this is present, see, this will not come every time. When there is an update available, then only this kind of pop-up will come. Otherwise, it will not come. Okay. So what we want to write, if this new update are available, modal is there, then close it. Okay. We just want to close it so that we can work on this page. Otherwise, everything in the background is, it's like freezed now. You can't do anything, right? Though if I click here, it's going. Though I click here, it's going. But it's better to handle in a better way, right? Let me log out again. What I want to say is, one way is you will find out the workaround, right? But you have to think from the user's perspective. Will user will just click somewhere and they will wait for that close button to be closed? No. Generally they will actually click on the close button, but it's gone as of now, so I can't do anything. But next time when it will come, I will show you that what to do. Anyways, I have one more testing ID. Let me use it. So that is this one. Just a minute. I'm checking whether that is working or not. Yes, I'll give you this test ID. So here I want to check whether this ceiling module is available or not. Let's assume I want to check this ceiling module is available or not. So right click here inspect this, and this element is basically this one, right? So it's under H4. H4 has div which contains ceiling. H4 has, or this one, you can go to parent also. So there is a anchor element which has H4, right? Anchor element. Yeah, that is important because the anchor element, correct? Anchor means which is clickable. Anchor element, A element, which has H4, which should contain ceiling. How about this? This will look perfect, right? There is an anchor element. The text type is H4. So this is like H4 is, it's like text H1, H2, H3 is header style in HTML. H4, which contains ceiling. That will be the best, I think. So let's write XPath for that. We can write the XPath for that. So let's try. Control F will say find out one anchor element //a //h4 which contains, we'll say contains in the bracket what it contains, text. What text, comma. So this is the syntax. Text function, text is a function. What it contains, it contains ceiling. Ceilings, I don't know. So it's ceiling, right? So it's not working. Okay, let's inspect it again and try to think like why it is not working. Because H4, there is an anchor element. There is H4. Oh, there is a spaces here. So it should be normalized space or actually put spaces here. No, there is some problem because, there is an icon also here. So it is not able to find in that way. Can I do one thing? After the H4, there should be div. After the div, there should be, yeah, that's it. So this should work now. Is it the spelling mistake? Let me copy this whole thing. Hold on. Ceiling, I will copy as it is. Oh, but I'm saying contains. So that should work because I'm not saying spaces or not. I'm saying contains. So contains should work basically. Okay. There is an anchor element which has H4, and the div. Oh, there is extra. This thing. Now it's working perfect. See here, I'm able to say a anchor element which has H4 has div, and div contains ceiling. So this I can use in my code. I will save that. So I just want to check whether this element is available or not, or displayed or not. So first of all, let's put that by element, correct? That will come here. You can put it after this. That will look good. Here you should put the comment as a good practice. So you can say desk page elements. Okay. Now, what is that element? By ceiling module link is equals to by dot XPath. This is the XPath. And now you want to check in the desk page, this particular thing is available or not, correct? So there should be a function which will return Boolean. So public Boolean ceiling module. Is ceiling module present? Is ceiling module present? See, you have to make it keyword kind of thing and very English-like thing. How you talk in manual testing terminology, that you want to check, is ceiling module present? Yes. So that is my step. So this will return driver dot find element. Which element? This ceiling module. Ceiling module dot is is disabled, is enabled, is selected. So it's better you just say is displayed. Fine, done. So whenever somebody will call this, you'll be able to check whether ceiling module is present in that page or not. Done. So we have our home page, we have our login page, we have our desk page. Perfect. What to do now? So in the step def part, let's go and do something now. So we have login step def and this is not required. Okay, let me delete everything here. So we at login page, we have at login page obj and user is on home page. So one way of calling this, it's fine. You are saying navigate to specific URL, this particular URL. That's fine. User navigates to login page. So basically you will be calling a function from the home page and then user specifies invalid credential. So that is done. So this is fine. This is perfectly fine. User clicks on login button. So login page dot click on login button. This is not required. This one. Okay. Now next is user should be error should be displayed. So yes, that is fine. Login page dot get error message. There is one thing which will actually find out that error message part and it will give you the text. So this is fine. Now see here, there is arrow icon. How I can go back to where I was working? So if you see here, here is one arrow icon. If you click here, it will go to the whatever your last what we say cursor was there. So I was here. Then user specified valid credential. So you're passing the valid credential from here. Let's change it. So this is Nitesh underscore IITM @yahoo.com. And this is just test@123. Done. User specified valid credentials. Done. But once user will specify the valid credential, what is the step? User will click. Okay, click is there already. Click on a login button. Yeah, user clicks on login button. It's there. This login button is this. You can and see, you can backtrack. The good part is I am on this step def. I want to check as a debug perspective that, okay, login page dot page object link will page object dot click on login button. What it will do? So control and click on this. It will go to that function. So this does this driver dot find element login button dot click. Then what is login button? Control click here. It will tell you this is this particular by object. Done. What is my desk step def will do? Desk page should be displayed that we are checking. Are we missing anything? No. Desk page object, desk page, perfect. Then desk page get current URL. One more thing which you can write is, let me write it fresh @ then from the cucumber will say bracket. So anytime when you write something, it will be like this. Then what should happen? Ceiling module should be visible. Let's say this is my step. Even it's not written, I can write it here. As a developer, I can write it. Then this should happen. Okay. Public void. Sorry, this is ceiling module. Same thing, copy it. Copy, paste. But in function name, you cannot have space. So let's convert it to underscore. And this will be a function. Okay. Then you will say from the disk page object dot, what are the function? Is ceiling module present is there, right? But then you want to assert it. So it's better you assert it. So you'll say assert dot assert true, right? And you want to check this particular thing should be true. What? Desk page object dot is ceiling module. This should give you true value. You are asserting it. Done. You are asserting it whether is ceiling module present. This will give you true or false. See here. It will find out this element and it will give you true or false. What you are doing, you are asserting whether it is true or not. That is the real way of doing it. Done. Where is our features? Where is in the source test resource under the feature, we have login test feature. This is saying given user is on home page, navigates to login page, specified invalid credential, user clicks on login button, error. Yeah, I think we covered all these things. You can extend it by saying one more thing should happen. Then one more thing should happen, which is this. Then ceiling module should be visible when it is a positive path. Desk page should be displayed. At the same time, ceiling module should be displayed. Correct? Should be visible. Saving this. Now let's run this. Run as Cucumber feature. It's working. The first test step to pass invalid user ID and password. It's working. Let's see if it will fail. Done. And first test case is done. Now it is working on the second test case, passing this user ID, a particular password, and then it will be successful. It will check whether you are on the desk page, whether the ceiling module is present or not. It's working. So we have created two scenarios now. Both are working fine. If you will see here, it's saying two scenarios, two paths, 11 steps were there. It took 50 seconds, 50 seconds and 667 milliseconds. Let's write this. So this is working perfectly fine. And this is the simplest framework. If somebody will ask you in an interview about the Cucumber framework, present this. If they will give you time, okay, explain us in 10 minutes, explain everything. It's very simple. Okay. And actually, this kind of framework is used in real project also. Only difference is they make the complex part about using different utility functions, there's annotations, but those are secondary part. Basic thing is this. Okay.